and welcome to the Crazy Sock Lady YouTube channel. My name is Kayla and this is my channel where I share all about my making adventures. Today is Thursday, March 13th. It is almost 10 a.m. I hope that y'all are doing well. I hope you had a great week, a great weekend since we last chatted. I hope you have something to sip on this morning. I of course have some coffee and my new cow mug. Look how cute. I am ridiculously obsessed with this. So I hope that y'all have something to sip on. I hope you have something to work on and you are ready to catch up because I feel like I have a lot to chat about today. I have a few finished objects, some works in progress, a couple of things that arrived in the mail, and we do have a giveaway winner from a last episode to announce. So yes, lots to chat about today. This is episode 269, and you can find me on Instagram and Ravelry as The Crazy Sock Lady, and I will have links right down below this video for everywhere that you can find me. There'll be any shops that I talk about linked down there. Project pages for all of my finished objects and works in progress are also linked down there so that you can find all of the details in case I forget to mention something, or if you want the link to a pattern I'm using or anything like that, it is going to be right over there for you. So we should probably start with finished objects. I have a couple of finished pairs of socks. I had started so many socks, I think all in February, if you'll remember, and I have been working on finishing those up. I have one more pair that is a work in progress still from those that I cast on that I still need to finish, but those have been getting a little bit of work, so they're on the way to being finished. But yes, I have been working on finishing off the socks that I started, and I did finally finish my February Yarnable socks, which I should double check that really quick. Yes, I think it was yesterday. Yarnable was open to new members. Let's see if they still are. They are, as of today. Today's Thursday, so the link for Yarnable will be down below this video, and there's a coupon code for $5 off of your first box. So if you want to head over and check out Yarnable, see if they're still open. If they're not, you can always put your email address in, but and then they'll notify you when they do open back up, but they are open to new subscribers. So my February Yarnable socks, they turned out so pretty. I did my mahogany run socks pattern. Oh, I love those. I forgot how much I love this pattern. So these I did on 9-inch circulars, US 0, 2mm, 64 stitches, 20 rounds for the cuff. And I followed the pattern exactly. Didn't make any changes. It's a great one. If you want something that's a little bit beyond vanilla, it's a pretty simple one. 8-round repeat, I think. So yeah, this is a good one. This was pair 17 for 2025, and I started them on February 19th and finished them on March 9th. So happy with how those turned out. And I have my March Yarnable over here, still sitting right here. And I think I'm going to do socks with it. It was like, I was on the fence. Do I want to do a hat? Do I want to do socks? I really think I want to do socks. They're just my favorite thing to knit. If you're here, you probably really enjoy knitting them as well. So yeah, I might do the mahogany run pattern again just because I really enjoyed it and I kind of want to do it again for these. So that might be what I do for those. I need to get that caked up and have those ready to cast on soon. The other pair that I finished are these vanilla socks. So this was a Plucky Knitter Retro Sunset is the color name. And I didn't even say the February Yarnable colorway name was Cupid's Bow. I have the tag right here for that one as well. But these ones, Retro Sunset by Plucky Knitter, so fun to knit up. They are so bright and so beautiful. This was pair 18. I started them on March 3rd and finished them on March 11th. For these, I did 64 stitches on US 0, 2mm, 9-inch circular, 25 rounds of knit 2 purl 2 ribbing for the cuff, 60 rounds for the leg. getting a bit blown out, but they are so bright. So bright and so beautiful. And that is it for finished objects. So works in progress, I have 3 to show you. 2 of these are socks. So let's start with the pair that I cast on. I've been on the needles for the longest. These are in a bag from Daisy Girl and Company. Love those bags where you can see through the front. And for this pair, I am using a mini skein set from Barnyard Knits. It was a Valentine's minis set. And I'm just doing kind of scrappy socks. I'm doing 5 rounds per mini. And I've started right here. I've got both of them going, but I'm just gonna show you one because it's easier to hold them up. They're both at the same spot. This stripe right here, I started the repeat again because I went through all 10, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, yes. And started the repeat again. So I did 25 rounds of Knit 2 Purl 2 ribbing and 5 rounds per color, even in the ribbing. And I don't think there's really much else to say about those. Obviously, I'm going to weave my ends in when I am done with the sock. 9-inch circulars, just using the counts for my vanilla sock pattern. And these have been a lot of fun. I'm happy to have pulled them back out. I was just kind of focusing on, I'm like, I got to get this February Yarnable done. And then I always have like one project that's more of like not always. Sometimes. If I have a project that's like a focus project, which is the prayer shawl right now, I don't always have a lot of different things that I pull out and work on. So the prayer shawl has been getting the most work because I would like to get it done and get it in the mail. And then these are like next up. I've worked on them a little bit. I took them the other night. So why it's violin lesson, I think. I took them to work on while I was waiting on him at that lesson. And did a little bit, and yeah, I just need to pull them out and work on them here and there. They're super simple. It's just I have to change colors every 5 rounds, so it's a lot more to do than just sit down and knit away. So those will be the next pair of socks that are like a patterned or anything that are not vanilla that'll get done. But my next vanilla pair of socks is my April Woolen Women Fibers box yarn. Woolen Derby is the colorway name. And I have them both going. They are both actually, this one's still in the gusset decreases. I almost said they are both through the gusset decreases, but they are not. Look how perfect this color is for spring. It is such a pretty color. And then with the yellow mini in the sock set, it's beautiful. So just doing my vanilla socks, 9-inch circulars. For this I cast on 56 stitches because after the last pair I did, I realized if I'm doing plain vanilla in this yarn, it is an 80-20 base, and something about this base, I have to decrease my stitch count if I'm doing plain vanilla. The socks are not as snug as I would like them to be. So 56 stitches, 25 rounds Knit 2 Purl 2 ribbing for the cuff, 60 rounds for the leg. Have all of my markers over here, including, I have one of the ones that came in the box. Cute little horseshoe is on there. And I do have a video here on YouTube showing how and why I use all of those light bulb markers. Something I still use with every single sock, unless it's like the ones where I'm changing colors every 5 rounds or a patterned sock. I don't always use them in a patterned sock, but if it's a plain vanilla sock, I'm using those markers. And I have this in a different bag. I have it in this bag from Mountain State Stitches. Just because the April bag, I already put it in my container, but it's a little bigger than I typically like to do for socks, especially if it's a vanilla and it's going to be on the go and out of the house. I want like the smallest bag I can get so that I can, if I have like a tote bag or a bigger purse or something, I can fit it down inside of there and just tuck it into the car with me or something, and it's great for on the go. And because I put it in the cup holder on the treadmill, I need something small. So that one was a little bit bigger. It's definitely something I'll use for a hat or scrappy socks, or a shawl. It'll get used for sure because it's beautiful, but just for socks, I prefer something small that is like it just fits the yarn and the socks. So I switched it over to this so that it would fit in the cup holder on the treadmill better and with me when I leave the house. But I don't think there's anything else to say about these. The pre-orders are still open for that April box until March 23rd. So you can still pre-order that box. They have some different options for different size boxes, just a sock, single skein or a sock set. There's different options, and I'll have the link right down there below in the description box for you. All right, my last work in progress is the prayer shawl that I am working on. This is the reflection pattern, and it is so much fun to work on. It is so pretty. It is getting so big. I am on section 4 out of 6. I am a few rows away from being halfway done with section 4. And then I'll have 2 more sections to go. Let's see. There's like no really good way to show it at this point to stretch it out because I still have it on, I don't remember what size needles this is, but it's not long enough to stretch the shawl out. So you can kind of see it here. This yarn is Into the World on their Saratoga Sport Base. The colorway is O negative. Can see sort of here. It's hard to show, but you can kind of see the lace that I've started in section 4. There were a few eyelet rows in here, and now we are into a lace section. It's easy to do, fun to do. This pattern, if you have been watching for a while, you know I've not done a shawl in quite a while. I don't even remember the last one I made before this, but it's been a while since I've done a shawl. And this has kind of made me think I might go on a shawl kick. I do enjoy lace knitting. I do enjoy shawls. I do not enjoy garments. I've decided that. Sweaters, pullovers, cardigans, no, not for me. At this time in my life anyways, they are not something that bring me joy. But shawls, I think I could get back to some shawl knitting. Socks will always be first and foremost, especially vanilla socks, but I think I could start knitting some shawls again maybe, so we will see. So this is a triangle shaped shawl. See the tip of it here. It's gonna be so pretty. And this is what I'm using as a prayer shawl, meaning I know who it's for this one. It's not, I say meaning, but you don't always have to know who they're for, but I know who it's for. So I am praying for this person in their specific situation that they're going through right now. When I sit down to work on it, as I work on it, I'm using a US 6 4mm ChiaoGoo red lace needles. And I have it on, I guess I could double check and see the length. I have a bunch of them here because I didn't know what lengths I would need. I have it on a 47 inch right now. I do have a 60 inch in here, so I could switch it over, but at this point, it's not uncomfortable to work on it on a 47 inch, so I think I'm just going to leave it be. I don't think it's going to get big enough that it would be a necessity to switch it to a 60 inch. But yes, really, really enjoying this one. It definitely makes me want to knit another one of these. Even I would do the same pattern again because it has been so enjoyable. It is a pretty mindless pattern, and if you watch this, if you're new here, you might not know, but if you watch this, you know mindless patterns are my favorite, meaning it's just something I don't have to think too hard about. My knitting, I just want it to be easy. That is my favorite kind of knitting, where I can just sit and relax and enjoy it and not have to use my brain too much with it. All right, I have a few things that arrived in the mail. That's it for what I finished, what I've been working on. I have my blankets sitting out here, my DK one and my fingering one, the Cozy Memories pattern. I've not touched them still. I just still haven't wanted to work on them, so that's all right. I'm not gonna force myself if I don't feel like it. Eventually, I will get back into wanting to work on them. I didn't all this last week work on my English paper piecing either, and I am itching to get that back out and work on it. Especially there's something about, I really have found that I want to work on that a lot, and sometimes even like cross stitch and plastic canvas projects. I want to work on those types of things more when the weather's nicer, it starts to warm up a little. So it's been warmer this week. It's actually been in the 70s, and I've had the windows open and there's been sunshine. So that makes me, for some reason, I don't know why, I still want to knit. It's not that I'm like, I don't want to knit, but it makes me want to work on, in particular, my English paper piecing. I think partly it's because of where I sit when I do that. I have a older chair, a Martha Washington sewing cabinet, and I have them sitting in front of the picture window in my living room. And I don't know what it is, but sitting in the sunshine right there with the windows open and the warmer weather, it makes me want to sit there and work on those a little bit every day. So hopefully I will get to do that a little bit, maybe today and tomorrow. It's been a pretty busy week. I've been out of the house a lot, off my routine a bit this week, so I haven't worked on them, but maybe I will get to work on some English paper piecing before the end of the week. We shall see. Okay, things that have arrived in the mail. I did receive my Row 1. If you don't know what Row 1 is a mini skein yarn subscription service. It is a different yarn dyer each month, and you receive 10 10-gram minis. This month's is the Yarn Smith. I keep them in the packaging because it's easier to store them. I have them right here. And I think I know what I'm going to do with these. So within the next couple of weeks, you'll see a new cast on. And I'm not going to share yet in case I change my mind. But I think I know what I'm going to do with these, and I'm really excited about it. So yes, the Yarn Smith is the yarn dyer for the month. Here they are in the packaging. I love the colors in this one. I love that there's some like deeper jewel tones, kind of moody colors. Love this one. So I will have Row 1 linked down below as always. There is a coupon code down there also for Row 1. It is a Crazy Sock Lady, and that'll get you 20% off of your first month if you want to add some mini skeins to your stash. I also received a couple of project bags from Darlene over at Bags by Awesome Granny, and these are so cute. I think the project that I'm going to cast on with my Row 1 is going to go into one of these. Probably this one, maybe. I don't know. I can't decide. But here is one of them. Look at these rabbits. This one is I love the colors. I love their sweet little faces. And then we also have this one. They're both so perfect for spring. Did I say? I don't think I did. There is also a coupon code down below for Bags by Awesome Granny. It is CSL20, and that'll get you 20% off. And I always have the links and any coupon codes all right in the description box for you. All right, last thing is we do have a winner to announce from last week's episode for the skein of yarn from Mountain Sage Fiber Co. And I will put the winner's name right here on the screen. This is the YouTube name from the comment that I drew. It is Julie Keating 9696. So if you would please contact me at crazysockladypodcast@gmail.com. Let me know the address, your shipping address that I can send that to, and I will get that in the mail to you. Reading watching, still reading the Edge of Clap series. I am into book 4, still really enjoying that series. We're kind of watching the same things that I talked about last week. House of David, Survivor. I'm still watching Teen Mom. We watched a few documentaries and I can't remember the names of all of them at all. I should write these things down. I know we watched The Fire That Took Her. That one is very graphic. I will say that. It was hard to watch and very graphic, and very sad. So maybe look it up before you dive in and watch it, because it was a rough one to watch, which I feel like a lot of those are, but that one in particular it was hard for me to watch. Yeah, I can't remember the names of the other ones, so they are not that memorable, I suppose. But that's kind of all I have today, I think. Not too much else going on, just normal life stuff. Just been busy. I feel like I thought as my kids got older that maybe I would not be as busy, but I feel like I'm even busier. Wyatt will be getting his license this summer. That's when he turns 16. So, I mean, if he gets his license, I won't be running as much. And in some ways that kind of makes me sad, because that's my last kiddo that I'm running around. And I feel like we are always running around with him. He's got lots of like music lessons and he's involved in church stuff, and just he's a busy kiddo. And I'm kind of like, man, I won't be running as much. I won't be as busy, but it kind of makes me sad. Those are such precious times, I feel like, in the car when you can chat with your kids. And yeah, so I will be kind of sad not to be doing school pickup and drop off and all those things for him anymore. But yes, the kids are keeping us busy. It's Austin's senior year. I haven't really done like a life update in a while, I suppose. It's Austin's senior year of high school, so he's growing up on me too. I hope they all are doing well. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you again next week for a regular episode. Maybe I'll have a couple new things cast on, and maybe the prayer shawl will be finished. I feel like that might be doable. We'll see. We'll see what this next week brings. But I hope y'all are doing well, and I will see you again next week. Until then, happy making, and God bless you. Bye.